You know, it's no secret we've had our fair share already of hot weather. And I hope you've been keeping the water up to your pot plants, because it doesn't take long before they dry out. And I say it all the time, but I can never say it often enough. Fertilise everything you can right now, and mulch, mulch, mulch. This will keep the weeds at bay and the moisture in the ground. Yes, it does take time, but I promise you, you'll notice the difference in your water bill. By now your roses would have had their first flush, so it's time to feed them, lightly prune them and check them for insects. And my roses are riddled, so a spray there won't do any harm at all. And don't forget, 50 days after you prune them, you'll have another flush of flowers, so look after them and get your timing right. If you live in a fire risk zone, don't forget to pick up those twigs and leaves that were dropped over winter. And don't do this. It's never a good idea to stack leftover wood up against a building or house. Now, one job I really love, now you may not like it, but I really enjoy getting out in the garden right now and pruning hedges. Box hedges, rosemary hedges, euonymus, doesn't matter. After a light prune, then a really good feed with an organic fertiliser. Now, what to plant? Well, this is the time you can get really excited when you're working out what to plant. Now, a couple of things I'm planting this year are cherry tomatoes and basil, because they are always in high demand over the summer around our place. And the other thing I'm going to plant is marigolds. And not just because they're bright and cheerful, marigolds, if planted by roses or veggies, will help keep the pests away. And garlic is another great natural pesticide, and if you've got it in your garden, now's the time to feed it. And occasionally they'll get black aphid, so look out for that. I thought I had my pests under control, but I came out the other morning and my basil was decimated. Well, with a few carefully placed pellets, I'm back in the driver's seat. Other things to plant right now include passion fruit in a north-facing aspect if you want to grow it well. And that tip applies to hibiscus, frangipani and other tropical plants. As usual, I've given you a whole checklist of jobs in the November issue of SA Life magazine, which is also chock-a-block with Christmas inspiration, from dining and decorating to gift ideas. So make sure you get your copy. Now, speaking of the festive season, when you're in your nursery, why don't you pick up a heap of seedlings in punnets, some good potting mix, some pots, baskets, and take them home. You can mix them all up and pot them on for Christmas. You can mix herbs with flowers, it doesn't really matter, anything goes. But if you do it now, they'll be well established in time for gift giving.